First of all, Jürgen, I know you're going to address this in greater depth in a news conference shortly, but it would be remiss of me not to ask you for your reaction to the latest case of racism.
Always a real challenge to speak about things like this as a non-native speaker, because it's really important. But I think what I can say is we should not.
Liverpool fans around the world were left stunned today after former manager Jürgen Klopp made a bold statement regarding his potential return to Anfield. In an emotional yet firm press conference, Klopp revealed that he would only consider coming back to support Arne Slot and help revive Liverpool, but only if the club was ready to commit £700 million to the project. Speaking to journalists in Germany, Klopp's message was clear: rebuilding Liverpool isn't just about passion or nostalgia, it's about serious investment, structure, and long-term planning. "I gave everything I had to Liverpool," Klopp said, his tone both reflective and powerful. "If they truly want me to come back and support Arne Slot, it must be done the right way. Football is not about miracles, it's about resources, commitment, and vision. To rebuild Liverpool properly, you're talking about £700 million, not for me, but for the entire system. That's the only way to bring the Reds back to the top." Klopp's comments have triggered massive reactions online, with supporters split between excitement and disbelief. Many fans still see Klopp as the only man capable of reigniting the fire at Anfield, while others argue that such a financial demand shows how deep Liverpool's problems have become since his departure. Under Arne Slot, Liverpool's season had been plagued by inconsistency and lack of rhythm. Despite early hopes that Slot could continue Klopp's legacy of high-energy football, the team struggled to find its identity. Reports suggest that internal pressure, player frustration, and fan unrest contributed to Slot's eventual decision to step aside, paving the way for speculation about Klopp's possible return. However, Klopp was careful not to criticize Slot directly. Instead, he expressed sympathy for the Dutch manager, saying that the Liverpool job is one of the toughest in world football. "Slot is a good coach. He came into a storm, expectations were huge, and patience was small," Klopp explained. "Liverpool fans want success every week, but real rebuilding takes time and proper backing." The mention of £700 million has fueled intense debate. Some analysts believe Klopp's figure reflects the scale of investment needed for transfers, training infrastructure, and a new technical team. Others, however, think it's Klopp's way of sending a strong message to Liverpool's owners, a reminder that the club must think big again if it wants to compete with Manchester City, Arsenal, and Real Madrid. Social media has exploded since the statement. Fans flooded X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram with mixed reactions. One user wrote, "If Klopp wants £700 million to come back, give it to him. He's the only man who can save this team." Another replied, "Klopp's done enough. Let the club move on. We can't keep living in the past." Sources close to the Liverpool board have not confirmed whether any talks with Klopp have begun. Yet, insiders suggest the idea of a temporary advisory role, where Klopp could support Slot from behind the scenes, has been discussed quietly. Still, the huge financial figure remains the biggest obstacle. Klopp's love for Liverpool is undeniable. During his 7-year reign, he delivered a Champions League, a Premier League title, and countless unforgettable nights at Anfield. His bond with the fans remains unmatched. But whether sentiment alone can bring him back, especially with a £700 million price tag, remains to be seen. As one Anfield insider summed it up, "Klopp knows his worth, and he knows what it takes to win. If Liverpool want to rise again, maybe this is the wake-up call the club needs." For now, the world watches and waits. Will Liverpool's owners meet Klopp's monumental demand to spark a new era, or will the dream of a Klopp-Slot partnership fade into football folklore?